loosen up. I'm 28 years old. In case it hadn't occurred to you, I'm a fucking werewolf guard on your damned enforcer team. I can take care of myself." She put her weapon back into the case and locked it. Her sister-in-law, Nina, leaned against the counter and drank her coffee, watching them both.
"I think you should do what Lex says on this, T."
Cade came into the room and shoved Nina aside playfully, getting himself a cup of coffee. "Of course you do. Your ass is as tight as his. Look, I like being on my own. I only lived here because after Lucas, well, it was a place to come, and it was part of the job. But now I have my own place. It's filled with my own things. It's where my bed is, and my sheets, and my plates. No offense, but I don't want to live my life by committee anymore. How's she ever going to get any action if she's here anyway? God, you guys, she's been alone for 4 years. It's time she gets back out there and starts dating. She deserves a real life, and you making her stay here isn't going to keep her 12 years old." Tegan couldn't risk looking at Nina just then. Nina's intuitiveness and insight were scary sometimes.
"It'll just keep her from ending up dead."
Lex's jaw clenched and unclenched. Tegan stood and shook her head. "I'm not going to die if I'm not under your nose every minute of the day. I appreciate your concern, Lex. I love that you all want to keep me safe and protected, but I don't want that. I want to be on my own. To have hot monkey love," Nina joked. Tegan rolled her eyes at her sister-in-law, suppressing a smile. "If I choose, yes."
"Tegan, what's gotten into you?"
Lex didn't wait for an answer as he turned back to his wife.
"I can't believe you're taking her side on this, Nina."
He began to pace. "There aren't sides here, Lex." Nina reached out and touched his shoulder, and he stopped, leaning into her. "Let her go. It's just 20 miles. Lex threw his hands up in the air.
"Fine. No one listens to me. I'm only the second and all. What would I know about security?"
Tegan squeezed his forearm and stood, picking up her weapon case. "I'll be back for my shift at 9. My stuff is packed and in the car." She walked out of the room. It was silent for long minutes until Nina turned to Lex and Cade, who glowered at her from the table. "She wants to move on. She needs to. Can't you see that?"
"Did she tell you that? Because the woman who just walked out of here isn't one I've seen in a very long time,"
Cade said. "You know she didn't. She doesn't tell anyone anything she doesn't have to. But I have eyes. She's lonely. I didn't know Lucas, but I do know what it's like to have a mate. I can't imagine losing one. Worse, having her anchor bond, Abe, mated, and therefore unavailable to her romantically. Sure, she didn't lose her life when her mate died, but to not have the fallback of an anchor to replace the original mate bond would be difficult, like losing a mate twice over. But I have noticed her actually seeing men for the first time since I met her. She's more," Nina shrugged her shoulders, "alive than I've seen her. I know you all say she was vivacious before Lucas was killed, but she's been on lockdown since I came into this pack, and I've seen her starting to open the doors a bit. This is good. Let her move on. My God, she's only 28. She has time to find love again."
"That's what this is about? Her getting out to get laid?"
Nina narrowed an eye at Cade. "Hey, fuck you. That'd be like me saying, so this is about you not having a guard at your beck and call? Unfair and petty. This isn't about her sex life, but so what if it was? You know better, and you're all grumpy and talking like an ass because you're worried about her. It's your way." Cade harumphed in her direction, but Lex still glared. Undeterred, Nina leaned back and sipped her coffee. She's getting back out to live her life. She's been here living as a guard for all these years. She needs friends. She needs her own schedule and things to do. And she needs a man. Is it so wrong to want that? Don't you want that, Cade? Someone to snuggle with in front of the TV at night after your day is over? Someone you can take to dinner, who makes your heart beat faster? Problem was, Cade was more than a little in love with Nina. She probably shouldn't have asked, but these two males were myopic on the issue of the women they loved.
"I suppose the other females are in your corner on this?"
Lex raised an arrogant brow at his wife, saving his brother from answering. Nina stood with a slow smile. "Lex, my most luscious..."